Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Frazier Field for the big one. Hit right back to the mound. Peterson picked it in the air. Jake Peterson on the mound for Lynn. Lynn taking on Taunton in this semifinal Babe Ruth state tournament game. That was Colton Leonard lining to the pitcher. Peterson helps himself. Jack Cutting, the left fielder, will be the hitter. Lynn, the number 1 seed, gets the home field. The winner of this will take on the winner of Plymouth Norwood on Saturday, somewhere in the state of Massachusetts. In for a strike. Jake Peterson had 2 great seasons, football for St. Mary's, baseball for St. Mary's, helping St. Mary's get to the state final. Good curveball for a strike. Cutting back and away. He helped pitch and hit. He played third, he played first, he was the extra hitter, he was a pitcher. Lined in the left field for a base hit. So Cutting gets the first hit of the game. Taunton has a runner at first with 1 out. Taunton survived. I was talking to coach their last game, they were down 4. Going into the 6th inning, they tied it and won it in the 7th. Jeremy can hit. In for a strike. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's hard to read the writing. It's either an N or an R, so it's either Create or Canet. Hit slowly to short. They only have 1 play. Very nice play by Mark Walsh, the shortstop. Outstanding defensively. Playing for Classical this year, and he's done a great job here for Babe Ruth. That looked like a base hit once they got by the third baseman. No wasted motion. On the fly. Fired it over to Gavin Collins, who's over at first base. So 2-away with Taunton have a runner in scoring position for Dylan Keehan. And they just called a balk on Peterson. So now the runner is at third with 2 outs. Now the big person becomes the catcher, Huddle. Good pitch for a strike. Pitching low for a ball as the sun comes out very strong now. Last couple of days have been incredibly hot, way up in the 90s. Just missed outside. There's, if you can believe it, there's football going on. Hit in the right field for a base hit. Went the other way with it, punched it in, and Taunton grabs the lead. Little inside-out swing. He picked that one off his inside shoulder and just tapped it into right field. So 2-out Lightning for Taunton. The 2-out hit by Keehan. And Owen Thorne, the pitcher, is the hitter. Low for a ball. The runner takes off. He got a huge jump. They can't throw him out. He got a huge jump. He was halfway to second before Huddle got the pitch. Hit to third. Knocked down. They don't have a play. So the error extends the inning. I think Owenesian was twitched in between. Do I tag the runner if he's coming to third? Do I throw to first? And all of that thought process, he wound up dropping the ball. Hit on the nose. They had the runners going. Walsh almost went to second base. He makes his second play. Two nice plays by Walsh. So Taunton is showing they get on, they're going to run. So a run on 2 base hits, the big 2-out hit by Kean. And Owen Thorne will take the mound, and he's been given a 1-0 cushion. For Lynn will be Devin Duvall, the center fielder, leading off. Batting second and playing shortstop, Mark Walsh. Jake Peterson, the pitcher, will hit third. Hitting fourth and playing left field, Max Parent. The extra hitter, Gil Peralta, will hit number 5. Kalen Huddle, the catcher, will hit 6th. Braden Owenesian, the third baseman, will hit number 7. Batting 8th and playing first, Gavin Collins. The second baseman, Jared Burke, will hit number 9. And the right fielder, Jack Spates, will hit number 10. Finn's trying to duplicate the 15-year-old team last year that went to the Nationals. They won the States. They won the New Englands. And then he went to the Nationals. But I should say right off the bat, congratulations to both of these teams. Win or lose this game, there are many teams that started the season out that would like to be here playing in this game. Whether they win or lose, you want to win, obviously, and move on to the state final. But even if you lose this game, I said the same thing. 14 yesterday got a big win, 1-0 over Norwood to move on to the semifinals. And I said to the Norwood coaching staff, walk out of here with your heads up. You had a great year. There was an awful lot of teams that would appreciate losing the game like you did. But they didn't get here. They didn't get a chance to win or lose. So up front, before anybody wins or loses, congratulations to both of these teams on terrific seasons. And the hardest part today will be the catcher wearing all that equipment in this horrible heat. So Owen Thorne on the mound, he's throwing to Mike Brenton, the catcher. Devin Duvall, the center fielder, will lead it off. Hit foul back up in the seats. Wide for a ball. On the inside corner for a strike. Thorne, as we've seen with most pitches, high school, Little League, Babe Ruth, pitching from the stretch. Not many full windups anymore. Down the way, he was accounted 2. As the sun disappears, hopefully it stays away. On the inside corner, he took it thinking it was inside and got rung up. Mark Walsh made those two nice plays in the top of this inning. High for a ball. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. You don't see too many Taunton fans. It's a long ride. Coach said it took them they left at 3 to get here. It took them a while because right in the middle of traffic. The 1-2 pitch. Lined into left field for a base hit. So Lynn matches Norwood's start. A 1-out single. Let's see if they can get the run around like Taunton did. The runner takes off. Out at second base. Not even close. Nice throw by Branton. Nice tag by Leonard, the second baseman. Get that inside corner down pat. Chop right to the Lynn dugout. And it kind of goes 1-2. Hit in the air, long run for the right field. It can't get there. It's over his head. How big was that throw out at second base on the steal? Peterson will get a double. So that throw by Branton that knocked Walsh down trying to steal is huge. The game would probably now be tied. Eli Moore will run at second for Peterson. Max Parrott hoping he can get, well, Taunton got a big 2-out hit. They just slowed Taunton down a bit. Taunton got a big 2-out hit. Their runner was at third. Nice block by the catcher, Branton, keeps the runner at second base. Outfield is very deep for Taunton. Especially a right fielder for a right-hand hitter. Chop, foul. Back to the Lynn dugout. Back easily at second is Morin. Solid shot, but he got way out in front of it and pulled it foul. Hit it a ton, but lined it foul. And it kind of goes 1-2. The runner takes off. They get it. Lynn matches it. A big 2-out hit. They had the runner going. Parent gets a big RBI and ties the game up. So we're dead even at 1 on a big 2-out hit by Max Parent. Just a slap. They had the runner going to third. He scored easily. He'll Peralta, the extra hitter. And if you're just seeing Babe Ruth for the first time, it really is an extra hitter. They bat 10. He's not hitting for anybody. He's hitting for himself. The runner takes off. He got a good jump. Throw wide to the right field side. Parent steals second. So they said, we don't care if he threw out the first one. We're still going to test him again. So they're 1 for 2 with stolen bases. Parent is in scoring position. Hit in the air to center field. Drifting back and making the one-handed catch is Jeremy Criet. Peralta hit it well. But Criet tracked it down. So we started even in this semifinal Babe Ruth State Championship game, and we're still dead even. Lynn won, Taunton won at the end of 1. Tyler Nolet, the extra hitter, will lead off the second inning for Taunton. In for a strike. Good curveball for a strike. Jake Peterson's trying to pitch his way to his second state final in a matter of months. He was part of the St. Mary's high school team that went to the state final. I thought maybe that was coming right in my lap. Just over our heads. Good ball, just missed. Dropped down and in. Good pitch by Peterson. Good job by Nolet laying off. Down and away. Curveball catches him looking. He just watched that. First strikeout for Peterson starts the second inning. And I think I said Mike Branton. It's Mike Braxton. It's hard to read the writing. It's an X, not an N. So it's Mike Braxton, the catcher for Taunton. Tries to butt and pops it back up in the seats. Actually off the backstop into the seats. Curveball just hung inside. He ducked away, but it just hung inside. Chop, foul. Third base coach giving chase, trying to knock it down. Count is even. The 2-2 pitch up and coming. Swing and a miss. And he'll throw him out at first base. Pitch was down in the turf. So for back-to-back strikeouts to start the second inning. Riley O'Neill, the first baseman, will be the hitter. Down the way for a ball. Pop foul back and out of play. Missing down and away. Hit to third. Onesian over to Collins. A quick 1-2-3 inning. So Taunton's down in the second inning. And for Lynn, it'll be 6, 7, and 8 with their first chance to take a lead in the game. As we're tied up at 1, both teams got a run in the first inning. Both teams got big 2-out hits. One by Dylan Kean for Taunton, the other one by Max Parent for Lynn. I should give a big tip of the hat, too, to Rich Avery and all of his. I'm not trying to mention. I'll mention Dave Raymond because Dave Raymond has retired 15 times from Babe Ruth. They keep bringing him back. I would be down there and see him every day. Dave Raymond cutting the grass, dragging the field, getting the fields ready for the kids to play during the summer. Rich Avery took over for Jeff Rupp, who took over for John Kasayan. And I say many times, if you don't have a youngster in the program and you don't happen to drive by Breed when they're playing, you don't know that Babe Ruth exists. This is a state semifinal baseball game, and there's no media coverage. The 14s played in the quarterfinals yesterday. They're playing the semifinals tomorrow. No media coverage. The league, nobody knows the league exists. They don't even write a story during the season. And Rich Avery and his group, a tremendous group of volunteers, don't get paid a dime. And they're down at the field hours upon hours, getting the field ready, fixing everything up, getting the uniforms, getting the equipment, getting the umpires, keeping score, running the scoreboard, announcing the games. So many volunteers doing so much to help these kids have a good summer and stay out of trouble. And the only ones that know are the families that are involved. It's a shame they don't get media coverage. In for a strike. Kalen Huddle, the catcher, is the hitter. And I don't know why. There's nothing going on right now. I don't know why they're not getting coverage. Down the way for a ball. My brother, who was an outstanding sports editor for the Lynn item, must be rolling over in his grave because he was all for the kids and the local community. Hit up the middle. Knocked down. What a great play. Dylan Kean with a tremendous play. He went way to his left. Knocked it down, was flat on the ground, threw a dot over to first baseman O'Neill. That's an ESPN highlight. What a great play, taking a hit away from Huddle. You won't see a better play than that defensively. So I made my spiel about Rich Avery and his group and the non-media, and I'll let it go with that. Way inside for a ball. Braden Onesian, one of many youngsters who helped Classical make the state tournament this year that nobody would have bet Classical would have made the state tournament. Popped up. The pitcher Thorne will help himself. For that classical, Leon Elwell, who was the Babe Ruth coach last year, taking the team to the Nationals, took over when Mike Zukowski retired, did a tremendous job with a very young team. At one point they had freshman in left, freshman in third, freshman at short, freshman catching, and freshman pitching. And on top of that, they had a sophomore in right field. As Collins gets a piece and just taps it into right center field for a base hit to extend the inning.
Number 2, Jared Burke.
Jared Burke, the second baseman, will be the hitter. Touches it into right field for a base hit. Just reached out, little up, off pitch, and just tapped it. So Lynn looking for 2-out lightning again. Jack Spates, the right fielder, with the top of the order Duval on deck. So back-to-back hits after 2 outs. Just little love taps to right center and right. Curveball hangs high. Foul tip off the catcher. Evens the count at 1. I surely don't envy those football players over there running around at Manning Field in this 90-degree weather. Swing and a miss. He chased the pitch. It was up and away. So Spates one swing and a bat from possibly giving Lynn the lead. Thorne one strike away from getting out of a 2-out jam. Strike 3, they'll throw him out. They don't have to. Umpire told the catcher he had it. So they threaten. They get 2 hits with 2 outs, but they couldn't go up with a 2-out lightning again. So we played 2 full in the semifinal matchup. Still dead even, 1-1, Lynn and Taunton. 10-1-2 to start the 3rd inning for Taunton. Again, a little bit of a hike to get here from Taunton. So obviously they're rooting for a win so they can have a pleasant ride home.
Back to Taunton. Number 1, Cam Martin.
Cam Martin, the third baseman, will lead it off and then back to the top of the order. High for a ball. Jake Peterson will start his 3rd inning. Hit in the air. Walsh, the shortstop, calls everybody off. And typical, everybody makes one-handed catches. Nobody uses 2 hands. I was amazed yesterday the Norwood first baseman on a foul pop-up caught the ball basket catch right at his waist with 2 hands. I couldn't believe it. They watch the pros, even the college softball, college baseball, everything 1 hand. Waved at that pitch. Leonard led off the ball game, hit a little tap, semi-line drive that Peterson picked at the mound for the out. That didn't miss by much. That's a tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. Hit to the mound. It gets thrown in the turf. The error will allow the runner to reach. They made it kind of a close play, winding up, and then they threw it down in the turf. They were lucky the runner didn't get to second base. Jack Cuttings singled and wound up scoring the one run in the first inning. Taunton has shown that they like to run. They don't have to. The ball's in the turf off the catcher. The wild pitch will move the runner up. And now we're going to get a trip out to the mound. Coach Owenizia wants to talk to his pitcher, Peterson. Long conversation. The umpire's going to come out and break it up. So a pop-up for the out. Looked like second out. A little tap out in front of the mound, but it got thrown away. The runner's safe at first. And now a wild pitch moves the runner to second. Taunton looking to break the tie. That's going to go out of play. Bounces off the bleachers, back onto the field. Good pitch on the corner for a strike. Waves at that pitch. It broke down and away. Good pitch. Jimmy Creat. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. I couldn't tell whether it's an N or an R. On the corner for a strike. He grounded out second to first. Curveball hangs up and in. I don't know if that's a captain practice over at Manning Field. Teams aren't practicing yet. High schools. Throw to second. Leonard was way off the bag, but he got back rather easily. Down and away for a ball. On deck is Dylan Kean, who made that great defensive play at shortstop and also slapped a single in the right field to knock in the run in the first inning. They're trying to keep Leonard close, but he keeps getting a pretty good sized lead. The 2-1 pitch. Hit, big hop for Walsh. Makes the play. Picture perfect. Took a big hop right into his lap. So for the second time, the shortstop of Taunton Kean gets thrown out by the shortstop Walsh for Lynn. So they leave a runner in scoring position. So the error and the wild pitch don't hurt. And we'll move into the bottom half of the third. It'll be the top of the order. So again, a big tip of the hat to Babe Ruth for the tournament. The 14-year-olds are undefeated. They're playing tomorrow in the semifinals. They could get a trip to the final. This 15, 16-year-old group is undefeated. If they win this, they go to the state final. So you can't ask any more than that. A tremendous year for Babe Ruth. And again, congratulations to President Rich Avery and all those great volunteers who give so much time, effort, and energy and not get paid a nickel. Devin Duvall, Mark Walsh, Jake Peterson, 1, 2, 3 for Lynn as we start the bottom of the third. The 14-year-olds yesterday squeaked out a 1-0 win over Norwood. They got a run in the second inning. They had one base runner the rest of the game, and that was on an error. But Malloy on the mound held Norwood to one hit, and then Hernandez came on and pitched the seventh inning and got a 1-2-3 inning, including a strikeout. And the 14 stayed undefeated, and they'll get to play tomorrow. The same as the 15s and 16s are doing right now. They'll get to play in the semifinals, but it'll be at Breed rather than here because the Navigators are home here tomorrow. Devin Duvall was called out on strikes. Pitch he thought was inside, it bit the inside corner. Down and in, he squared to bunt. That had Cam Martin, the third baseman, charging in. Down and away for the ball. Hit it well, but got way out in front of it and pulled it well foul. Hit foul back up in the seats. It's a 2-2 pitch up and coming to the Lynn center fielder. Down and away. Payoff pitch. Solid shot foul. It went 99% of the way down the line. Just before the third base bag, it kicked out foul. Solid shot by Duvall. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Popped up, long run for the first baseman. I think he was worried about running into the bleachers. It short hopped the bleachers. O'Neill went as far as he could. He didn't want to run into the bleachers. So Duvall hanging around. We'll do 3-2 again. And he hits another one foul. Duvall is making Thorne work. Way up and in for ball 4. That was a pitch. That was similar to the pitch that Duval struck out on. He held up a second, wanted to make sure it was ball 4.
23, Mark Walsh.
First walk given up by either pitcher. And Lynn has a base runner with nobody out here in the third. Mark Walsh got a base hit and was thrown out trying to steal. Throw over, diving back is Duval. And that was a big throw out by Braxton, the catcher, to the second baseman Leonard, because it was the second out. And right after that, Peterson got a big double. Way up and in, and they can't throw him out. Got a big jump. The catcher had to go up and in and get the ball. So Lynn has the go-ahead run at second with nobody out. Hit in the air. Shortstop drifting, falling back. Makes the one-handed catch a step or two out in the outfield.
Lynn, number 10, Jake Peterson.
Jake Peterson will be pitcher against pitcher. Peterson can help himself here. We got Coach Owenesian talking to the plate umpire. Now Taunton comes out to talk. I don't know if they're considering maybe putting Peterson on with first base open. So everything breaks up. The conference on the mound. Lynn coach talking to the plate umpire. And we'll get back to baseball. Peterson roped the double in the right center field. And Sam Moran, running for him, scored the run. So again, Peterson's got a chance to help himself. Right fielder's playing almost in the parking lot at Frazier Field. Hit in the left field for a base hit. Solid shot, one bounce. Now they throw it away and the run's going to score. Solid shot, one hop right in the belt of the left fielder. So they had to hold the runner up at third. Now he scores on the error. So Peterson doesn't get an RBI. It would have been first and third. They threw the ball by the third baseman. Duval scored. Peterson wound up at second base. I don't know if it's Moran running for him again. It's not Peterson at second, I know that. You can run for the pitcher and catcher how many times they get on base. Max Parent singled and knocked in a run. Now we got a problem with catcher's equipment. I don't know if it's the mask or the glove. They're bringing him up. They're bringing another helmet out. So it was a rocket of a shot by Peterson. One quick hop right into the lap of the left fielder, so the runner at second had no chance to score. But they hurried the throwback and overthrew the third baseman and went all the way behind home plate. Duval scored easily. Peterson wound up at second. And it's probably Sam Moran again running at second base. So Lynn has broken the tie. Little pop. That's going to be trouble. That's going to drop. The run is going to score. Moran is making his mark in this game. He scored his second run. Max Parent gets his second RBI. Just a little golf shot over the third baseman's head, just inside the left field foul line. And Lynn has opened up a 2-run gap. High for a ball. Cooper Alta hit it well to center field. But Criette, the center fielder, tracked it down for the out. He hit it a long way. Big jump, no chance to throw him out. Parent got a huge jump. It went off the catcher anyway, but they wouldn't have had a chance to throw him out. And we're going to get warm-up action for Taunton down in the bullpen in right field. Nice shot by the catcher Broxton to go out and get that one ticketed for the backstop. Keeps the runner at second base. Spin. He called the balk. Umpire is saying he motioned to the plate and then spun to second base. He's explaining to the coach what he did. If you make a motion to the plate, you have to throw the ball to the plate. And he explained to the Taunton coach. So a balk helped Taunton get their run in the first inning. Now the balk moves Parent over to third base. Peralta would love a base hit, but he'll accept the fly ball to center field that he hit now because we're bringing a run. And he'll have to wait till next time because he just threw a walk. Second walk in the inning. First and third for Kalen Huddle, who grounded out shot to first. I think I said Sam Moran. It was Eli Moran. It was Eli Moran that ran. It's Sam Morris running now. So it was Moran, but it was Eli Moran that scored the 2 runs running for Peterson. It's Sam Morris now running at first base. In for a strike. They threw it down to third. Hustling back was Parent. So 2 walks and a couple of hits have given Lynn 2 runs, and they have runners at first and third with 1 out. High for the ball. I'm kind of surprised the runner at first hasn't tried to steal second base. Now the runner takes off. They weren't going to throw it down anyway, but the ball was in the turf off the catcher. So the third stolen base in the inning to go along with a balk, a couple of walks, a couple of hits. Down the way for a ball. Braden Owenesian, the third baseman, is the on-deck hitter. It was ball 4. They threw it down to third. It deflected away, but didn't go anywhere.
Batting for Lynn, number 8, Braden O'Neill.
So we're going to get a new pitcher. Thorne has walked 3 in this inning. So Lynn put 2 up. We got runners everywhere. Colin Hart is going to come in and run for the catcher.
And throwing for Lynn, number 7, Colin Hart.
So the bases are loaded with 1 out, 2 runs in as we bring a new pitcher in. Adam Criffian will be the new pitcher. And he comes in a tough spot. Bases loaded, 1 out. I don't know if Thorne is going to stay in the game. He's their number 5 hitter. He went to the dugout, so I don't know what's going to happen here. Owenesian again, Coach Owenesian again having a talk with the plate umpire. They straighten it out, and it will be Braden Owenesian stepping in. He popped up to the pitcher. This 1 trip. Nice stop by the catcher Broxton. That was ticketed for the backstop. Taunton brings their infield in, trying to stop any more damage. Down and away, 2-0. Criffian's a big kid. Big boy. Wide for the ball, so you would think that Owenesian is going to look at least 2 pitches here with the count 3-0. In for a strike. He'll still be extremely fussy. It's got to be a pitch he can handle. He's got 2 more shots with the count 3-1. That went off the catcher. It doesn't make any difference. It was ball 4 anyway. Parent walks home. So Parent has knocked in 2 and scored a run.
Batting for Lynn, number 11, Gavin Collins.
And right now the bases are loaded with walks. And it was a walk to start the inning. Gavin Collins got a base hit. His 1 trip. He'd love to get another one here. Hit up the middle into center field for a base hit. They hold him up at third. Now they're in trouble. They held the runner up, and now the runner coming home. They signaled the runner at third to go. Then they held him up, and the runner going to second thought the runner was going to score. He went to third, and they throw the runner out at the plate. So 1 run scores on the play. So Taunton got a break there. They signaled the runner to score from second. Then they held him up. The runner going from first to second said, he's going, so I'm going. And Taunton got a huge break. On the inside corner for a strike. Jared Burke got a base hit. He popped one just inside the right field foul line. Waved at that pitch, chased the pitch down and away. And we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Swing and a miss. So Lynn says 9 to the plate. 4 of them score. They break that 1-1 tie. We played 3 full in this semifinal Babe Ruth battle. Lynn now leads Taunton 4-1 at the end of 3. Jake Peterson will start an inning for the first time with a lead. He helped himself with a base hit. And Moran running for him scored his second run of the game. Lynn has a big 4-run inning, sending 9 to the plate. Helped out by 4 walks, 3 of them consecutively. Way up in over the head of Dylan Kean, who singled in a run. He's a shortstop, and he made an outstanding defensive play. High for a ball. He robbed Huddle, the catcher, of a base hit. And that was huge because right after Huddle, Lynn got 2 base hits. Could have been a big inning, instead they didn't score. Late swing on that curveball. Nice pitch by Peterson. And just at the last minute, Kean swung at it and chopped it to the Taunton dugout. Swing and a miss. Backed away from that one. This is Adam Kerfian. In for a strike. He's batting, having replaced Thorne on the mound. Curveball hangs inside. Up and away for a ball. That's ball 4. First walk given up by Peterson. Jose Rivera, the right fielder, grounded out short to first. In for a strike. Walsh makes the play, a little ground ball right over the mound. Walsh picked it up right at the second base bag, stepped in the bag, threw to first. It's a 6-3 double play. So the walk doesn't hurt. We reached the halfway point of this semifinal battle. Lynn with that 4-run third inning has a 4-1 lead. And Kerfian will start an inning for the first time. He came in relief for Taunton in the bottom of the third. So that was picture perfect. Tap right by Peterson. Peterson almost got it. Just went by him. Wasn't hit that sharply. Walsh, when he picked it, was right at the second base bag. All you do is just a half step on the bag and then the throw to first. We told you he had a great defensive season for Glasgow. He also has some big hits. He's made some big plays for this team, helping to get here to this semifinal, hoping to get to the final. So for Lynn in the bottom of the fourth, it'll be 10, 1, and 2. Again, the sun keeps popping in and out. It's nice when it goes away. Tucks behind a cloud. Those football players still going strong over at Manning Field. Jack Spates, the right fielder, struck out swinging back in the second inning. It'll be Spates and then back to the top of the order, Devin Duval and Mark Walsh. Way inside for a ball. Griffey, I don't know those pitches, the pitches from the stretch. I don't know how that came into being. Everybody used to pitch full windup. Down and in for a ball. Down the way, 3-0. In for a strike on the inside corner. Spates will still be fussy here with the count 3-1. On the corner again, nice pitch by Kefferin. Griffian. Hit to third. Nice pick at first base. Martin, the third baseman, threw it over. It short hopped. O'Neill, the first baseman, did a nice short picking the hop. So 1 up, 1 down in the bottom of the fourth. Devin Duval struck out, walked, and he scored the run that broke the tie. He's the one that scored when the left fielder threw the ball over the third baseman's head when Duval went to third on Peterson's rocket to left field. High again, 2-0. High again, 3-0. Again, he'll be taking a look at 1 or 2 pitches. And on 4 pitches, Duval draws his second walk. We had nobody walking early on. Peterson just gave up his first walk in the 4th inning, and it was doubled up on double play with the shortstop. But in the 3rd inning, Duval led the inning with a walk, and then Peralta, Huddle, and Owenesian drew 3 consecutive walks. The last one bringing in a run. So there were 4 walks in the 3rd inning. Now a walk makes it 5, given up by Taunton pitching. The runner was going. The pitch gets fouled off by Walsh. Walsh singled in the first, got thrown out trying to steal second. Popped to the shortstop in the third. The runner takes off, swing and a miss. Nobody covering second base. The ball went into center field. And he could have gone. The ball got away from the center field. He slid into second. There was nobody covering second base. The ball walked in. It went right into center field. He slipped and fell. He was going to go to third. He slipped and fell. Could have easily have gone to third. The ball was bobbled in the outfield as well. Popped up, center fielder coming on. Makes the play and almost threw the ball away. Again, I sound like a broken record, but one-handed catch out in center field. Jake Peterson's perfect. Doubled, singled, and Eli Moran running for him scored twice. Missing inside for a ball. And that one hits him. And that'll bring Eli Moran out again. Moran will run again at first base. So Peterson's on for the third time and extends the fourth inning for Maxwell Parrott, who has singled in a run, and scored a run. He knocked in a run, scored a run in that 4-run third inning, and he knocked in the first run that tied the game. Hit a good line shot the first time. The second time he hit a little pop over the third baseman's head inside the left field foul line. Nice stop by the catcher, Broxton. He threw it down in second, but getting back was Duvall. But Broxton did a nice job. That was ticketed for the backstop. He's done a nice job behind the plate. Way up and in, 3-0. He'll be taking a long look with 3-0. That's ball 4. So for the second inning in a row, Taunton has loaded the bases without Lynn getting a hit. And out, a walk, and out, a hit, pass, spin, and a walk. 6 walks given up by Taunton. Brings a trip out to the mound. That gives Coach Owen Easy a chance to talk to Gil Peralta. He flied to center, drew one of the 3 consecutive walks in the third inning, scored one of the 4 runs. Peralta was the extra hitter. They stay with Griffian. Back to baseball as Peralta steps in. Another great play by Braxton. That was way outside. At least momentarily, that keeps a run away from Lynn. Hit foul to the backstop. The 1-1 pitch up and coming. Way up and in. Nice shot by Cam Martin, the third baseman, to block that throw that was in the turf. They tried to get the ball off at third base. They almost threw it away. Chopper right to the first baseman. Easy play by O'Neill. So Lynn threatens without a hit. They load the bases, 2 walks and a hit batsman. But they get the third out. So we played 4 full. Lynn leading Taunton 5-1. Boo DeSea will take over behind the plate. Another one had a very nice year for Lynn Classical, helping to get to the state tournament. Hit past third base, foul. This is, I think it's Braden. It's hard to read the writing, the first names. Smith is hitting for Tyler Nolette, the extra hitter. So a pinch hitter for Taunton. High for a ball. High again for a ball. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Peterson. Curveball. Smith hung in. Punched it foul past third base. Call third strike. I thought it was DeSea. I thought DeSea took over behind the plate, but he didn't. Mike Braxton, the catcher, struck out swinging. Now I don't know it. I can't pick up the number. Hit to second base. Easy play for Burke. Two up, 2 down. Riley O'Neill, the first baseman, bounced out third to first. Curveball breaks late, up and in. Low for a ball. Swing and a miss. Popped up. Duvall, the center fielder, coming on. Makes the play a quick 1-2-3 inning for Peterson and Lynn. Taunton is down in the 5th. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for Lynn as we start the bottom of the 5th. So it was not rude to say it. I guess he came out just to warm the pitcher up. Huddle, the catcher, has grounded a short, and he was one of the 3 consecutive walks in the 3rd inning, and he was the one that was going to score from second base on the base hit by Collins. They waved him and then held him up, and then the runner going from first to second overran second base, thinking he could, and he could make third easily with the runner scoring from second, but the runner was still at third base, and he wound up throwing Huddle out at the plate. So instead of getting 2 runs on the base hit, he only got 1. Griffey's still on the mound for Taunton. He got through a shaky 4th inning when he walked 2 and hit a batter, but the hit batsman, the walk came after 2 outs. The winner of this will play the winner of Plymouth and Norwood on Saturday for the state championship. I have no idea where that game will be played. It won't be here. I wish it was. So Huddle, Braden Onesian, Gavin Collins, the 3 hitters for Lynn as we start the bottom of the 5th. In for a strike. Hit to short. Keane does a very nice job at shortstop. He's got that rocket arm. Him and Walsh are very similar. I don't know where he's going to school. If he goes to Taunton, they're getting a good one. In for a strike. Braden Onesian popped to the pitcher. He drew the 3rd consecutive walk in the 3rd, and that was enough to force a run home. He got an RBI. Down and in for a ball. Onesian is the 3rd baseman for Lynn. Wide for a ball. I don't think they have a name. It's not Lynn, like Lynn Classical Rams, Lynn English Bulldogs. Lynn doesn't have, just Lynn. Strike 3 called. Nice pitch by Griffey, and catches Onesian looking. Cameron Collins a single twice. His second got him an RBI. Should have got him two. That was when he sent the runner, then held him up. And I wound up with an out at home plate. That came with the bases loaded. Two and 0 to the Lynn first baseman. Low for a ball. So if this lead holds up for the first time in the tournament, Lynn will be going on the road. They've been blessed playing either here or Breed. Yeah, that's ball 4. Just can't seem to get a 1-2-3 inning.
Number 2, Jared Burke.
Jared Burke singled and struck out swinging. Swing and a miss. In on the hands, he swung right through it. Chased that pitch, was a little bit high. Quickly it's 0-2. Braxton started to walk to the dugout. The pitch missed outside. They thought they had it. Slapped to short. That's a very nice play again by Kean. The shortstop, he makes 2 plays in the inning. So the walk doesn't hurt. We'll move into the top of the 6th in the semifinal Babe Ruth battle. Lynn leading Taunton 5-1. We'll start the 6th inning. 10-1-2 for Taunton. Cam Martin popped to the shortstop his one trip. Popped up, long run, not going to be able to get there. Nice try. Great effort by Collins, the first baseman. Huddle, the catcher. Awful close to the Taunton dugout. So it wasn't from lack of effort they didn't pick that pop-up off. Popped up, this was going to go back up in the seats. The 0-2 pitch slapped the shot. Walsh with that rocket. It wasn't hit that high, but he makes another nice play. Colton Leonard hit a little soft line drive that right back to the pitcher Peterson, who picked it for the out, and then he tapped one between the mound and third base, and Peterson threw it in the turf. He reached on the error. Down and away for a ball. Down and away again. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2. Chop down the first base side is going to kick foul. So we'll do it again at 2-2. That's going to go back up in the seats. Curveball just froze him at the plate and it dropped on the inside corner. What a nice pitch. Six strikeouts for Peterson. Jack Cutting singled and scored the 1 run that gave Taunton their only lead of the game back in the first inning. Last time up, he struck out swinging. High and tight, 2-0. That one, Major League wild pitch. That was high and over everything, went to the backstop. Three and 0. You would think if you're looking, they need base runners. He doesn't have to. Draws a walk. He's on for the second time. Second walk given up by Peterson, and it brings the trip out to the mound. Taunton's only threat was in the first inning. They got the 1 run. Two plays by Walsh in the inning helped shut Taunton down, giving him only the 1 run. They stay with Peterson. We've got warm-up action in the Lynn bullpen. Jeremy Creat has had a thing with Mark Walsh. He's been up twice, and he grounded out twice to Walsh. That one drops in for a strike. Nice stop by Huddle on the pitch in the turf. Count evens at 1. Everybody was ready. Peterson stepped off. Awful close. They almost got him. That was close. You don't want to get picked off at first base when you're down 4. Or even if you're up 4. in for a strike. One, two, the count. Hit to third. They throw it away. Collins, the first baseman, went over to play third base. We didn't know that. Dylan Kean, the shortstop, singled in a run, struck out swinging. He'd love to get a base hit, knock these runs in to make the seventh inning interesting. Get Taunton a little closer. Curveball's in for a strike. I don't know why they changed. They moved Collins over to third base. Foul tip. Count goes 0-2. This is their first threat since the first inning. Hit foul down that grassy knoll behind first base. Down and away for a ball. Chopped. That's going to be a base hit. It bounced and took a little spin and spun away from everybody. Kean gets his second hit, his second RBI. Don't look now, but Taunton has a pulse. Just a little chop off the plate, high pop ground ball. When it bounced, it just deflected away. Hit foul. Way up and in, the runner steals second base. So a base hit here would make this game very interesting. The last game they played, they were down 4 runs in the 6th inning and came back, tied it up, and won it in extra innings. Waved at that pitch. Lynn has been very gracious host. Hit, it's going to drop. 2 runs are going to score. And all of a sudden, it's a 5-4 game. Just a little tap in the right field. So the error that extended the inning has cost Lynn dearly. It's unique. It's hard to believe. I mentioned Taunton was down 4 runs in their last game. They tied it up in the 6th inning. And now they've got the tying run on first base in the 6th inning after trailing. They had 2 hits in the first inning. They only had 3 base runners going into the 6th. They only had 2 base runners after the first inning. An error and a walk, and the walk was wiped out on a double play. Now they get 2 quick outs, a walk extends the inning, an error extends it even further, and back-to-back hits, and all of a sudden, it's 5-4, and the tying run is at first base, and the couple of Taunton fans who made the trip and the Taunton bench all of a sudden have come to life. So a pinch hitter, Liam DeCastro, as Braden Owenesian is the new pitcher. He's actually now he stayed in the game as the extra hitter when they put the extra hitter Peralta at first base and put the first baseman at third. Swing and a miss. The throw goes into center field. The tying run is now at second base. Can Lightning strike twice for Taunton? Can they come back? 4 runs down. Can they tie it twice in the 6th inning? They did it last game. Swing and a miss, it's 1-2. So Peterson gave up the walk. Hit foul. So Taunton has come to life. Hit to right field. What a play! Talk about an ESPN highlight. Holy mackerel. If he doesn't make that play, that's a home run because he's flat on the ground. It's going to tie the game up, and it's going to skip by him and go to the fence, and DeCastle's going to walk around with a home run. What an outstanding play. Jack Spades went way to his left. He was off the line, went right to the foul line, dove, and picked it off the turf and saved the bacon in the 6th inning. That's going to be Taunton in the lead because it's going to be a home run unless he blocks it. It's going to be at least 5-5. Extra bases, and Taunton's still going. Instead, it's 5-4. So that error, the walk cost him. He's walked 2, one of them scored. Peterson struck out 6, walked 2, one of them scored. One was wiped out on a double play. But that had to be one of the best plays I have seen all year. I've seen a lot of baseball. None bigger and none at a bigger time than that. Spade's family has to get a copy of this tape and watch him make that play. Absolutely incredible. Riley O'Neill, the first baseman, will pitch the 6th inning. And guess what? You make a great play and you lead off the inning. How often does that happen?
Batting for Lynn, number 44, Jack Spades.
Spades gets a standing ovation as he leads off. He just made the play of the year. I watched the Taunton coach go over and just bang his head on the dugout wall. Popped up. Center fielder calls everybody off. Again, the one-handed catch by Criet. So Taunton has a pulse. It was 5-1.
Batting for Lynn, number 1, Devin Duvall.
2 outs and nobody on. And they wound up scoring 3 to get back within a run. That one, he ducked under but hit him in the back. Duvall's on for the 3rd time.
Batting for Lynn, number 23, Mark Walsh.
Mark Walsh has been outstanding at shortstop. He single, popped the short, fly to center. The pitcher was getting ready to pitch. Walsh wasn't in the batter's box. Swing and a miss. He chased that high pitch. So Riley got help on that pitch. Up and away for a ball. As the lights come on here at Frazier Field, there's a game after this because there's a team mulling around down behind third base in the stands. So I don't know who's playing after this, but there's another game. Solid shot right to the shortstop. Absolutely perfect. Kean makes another great play. He's outstanding at shortstop. Made to order. Same thing Walsh. So it was the same thing that Walsh did. Short to first double play. So the hit batsman doesn't hurt. Taunton's down their last 3 outs, but they've shut it and closed it down to 1 run. 5-4, Onesian will try to shut it down. 5-4, Lynn going into the 7th. Here we go in the 7th inning. Tyler Nolet is coming back in the game. They pinch hit for him. He was up once and was called out on strikes. That was against Peterson. He's now facing Onesian, who's trying to close it down and get Peterson the win. Way over the head of the hitter. Every pitch important now, every play. Hit in the air. Duvall backing up, gets a bead, makes the one-handed catch. Nolet hit that a ton. 1 up, 1 down. Mike Braxton, the catcher, struck out swinging, had to be thrown out at first base. Grounded out second to first. Chop foul. Right to the first base coach. Hit to first. Right on the nose, but hit it right to Peralta. And Lynn is 1 out away from playing either Plymouth or Norwood in the state final on Saturday. Who would have thunk it when he first came out to practice? Swing and a miss. Riley O'Neill is now the pitcher. He grounded to third and flied to center. High and away for a ball. That was a major league wild pitch. That. He didn't have to duck under that one. That was like 6 feet away from him. He almost threw that to the Lynn dugout. Onisia wants to change baseballs. He's got one he likes. That was more than a major league wild pitch. That almost hit somebody in the Lynn dugout. High and tight for a ball. He draws the walk. So don't go away. Taunton has a pulse. It's shallow. I'm not sure what they're doing now. Taunton coach wants to talk to the Lynn coach. Do you steal second base in this instance to try and get the tying run in scoring position? O'Neill now being the pitcher, they can run for him. I think that's what they're trying to straighten out. He's been the first baseman all through the game. Now he's the pitcher, and the pitcher can be run for. I think they are going to run for him. I didn't see the number of the runner at first base. Let's see if they try to run. Cam Martin, the third baseman, has popped the short and grounded the short. He's virtually the last hope to keep this thing alive. Who would have thought this with Lynn leading 5-1 going into the sixth? Umpire called timeout. The runner was going. A little bit of a breeze has kind of cooled things off a little bit. All that heat gone. Now the coaches are going back and forth again. I thought anybody could run for the pitcher anytime he got on. The umpires are now talking it over. So it winds up, O'Neill has to run for himself. Plate umpire again. This has happened many times on both sides. O'Neill went to the stretch. He wasn't looking at home plate. He was looking to pick the runner off at first base. And the umpire at home plate was calling timeout because Martin hadn't gotten into the batter's box and was trying to settle down. Top of the order, Colton Leonard on deck, hoping he gets a shot. We're going right down to the wire. The runner takes off. In with a stolen base. So the tying run in scoring position. Taunton and the few fans they brought with them come to life. High for a ball. Way inside for a ball. So he got the first two outs easily. Walked the third batter to extend it. And now falls behind 3-0. In for a strike. Coach at first thinks that it's a balk. Trying to keep the runner close at second base. He spins and then throws to the plate. Taunton thinking it's a balk. Ball 4. So now the go-ahead run is at first base with 2 outs after back-to-back walks. Lynn got the lead when Taunton walked 3 in a row, 4 in the inning to go along with an error. Gave Lynn a 4-run inning. Lynn gave it back with a walk and a big error that extended the inning. Taunton got 2 big hits to score 3 runs to make it 5-4. And now after 2 quick outs, looked like Lynn was breezing. And all of a sudden, bang, 2 walks. The tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first. They stay with O'Neill. And what he has to do is worry about the hitter and not worry about the base runner. Colton Leonard hit a soft line drive to the pitcher was Peterson. Reached on an error, was called out on strikes. He's the second baseman, he's the leadoff hitter. Missed inside. Who would have thunk this? In for a strike. Jack Cutting, who has been on base twice and scored 2 of the 4 runs, is the on-deck hitter. Hit foul down that grassy knoll behind first base. So Leonard is 1 swing of the bat from possibly tying the game up. O'Neill is 1 strike away from sending Lynn to the state final. The 1-2 pitch up and coming. Way up and in. And we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. In the top of the 7th inning in a 5-4 game. Tap to third. They tagged the runner going to third. Nice job by Collins. They tagged the runner. So Lynn is going to go to the state final. They can finally take a deep breath. The coaches can try to. They've been panicking, nerve-wracking. Taunton gave them a run for their money. But 5-4 the final. Taunton went right down to the wire trying to win it and take it away. And Lynn finally holds on. That's 2 big games. 1-0. The 14-year-olds here yesterday to go to the semifinals tomorrow. And now 5-4 with the tying run and the go-ahead run on base. So it's going to be a tough ride back for Taunton when they realize that they walked 4 and made an error in the inning that cost them 4 runs and cost them the game. Taunton got on the board in the first inning. A base hit by Cutting. Went to third on a ground ball and a balk, scored on Kean single, and that was it for Taunton until the 6th inning. Lynn got it back in the first. After 2 outs, Peterson doubled. Morin running for Peterson. Scored on a base hit by Parent. It was 1-1. Then came the 4-run inning. Duvall started it with a walk, stole second after an out. Peterson got a base hit to left field. Duvall went to third. The left fielder threw it over the third baseman's head. Duvall scored. Parent got a base hit, knocking in a run, and then 3 straight walks brought in a run, and then a base hit by Collins brought in the 4th run to make it 5. And that was it for Lynn the rest of the way. They didn't get another hit the rest of the game. Taunton almost evened it up after 2 quick outs in the 6th inning. A 2-out walk, an error, put runners at second and third, and then back-to-back hits by Kean and Thorne knocked in 3 runs to make it 5-4. And then the play of the game, the play of the year. It was DiPietro pinch hitting. A fly ball to right field, right on the chalk line. Jack Spates with a runner at first base. It was Liam DeCastro. Hit the shot to right field. Spates laid out, and he made the catch of the year right on the right field foul line. If he doesn't make the catch, it's going to be a tie game. If it bounces by him, it's going to be a home run, and Taunton's going to have the lead. So that tremendous play by Spates saved the bacon for Lynn. That was the 3rd out. He got a standing ovation when he led off the bottom of the inning. And then in the 7th, Owenesian in his 2nd inning looked golden. He got a fly out, a bounce to first base, 2 quick outs, nobody on, and then back-to-back walks, put the tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first, and then a little chopper to third, and former first baseman, third baseman Collins picked it and tagged the runner coming to third for the 3rd out, and Taunton is eliminated, and Lynn will move on to the state final, and hopefully the 14s can get a win tomorrow, and Lynn will have 2 in the state finals. But nerve-wracking both games here, 1-0 the 14-year-olds, and now 5-4 the 15-16s. The 15s will move into the state final and play either Plymouth or Norwood. The 14s have a game tomorrow. If they win, they'll go to the state final as well. So we wish them luck. We'll be there with them tomorrow. But Lynn holds on. Owen Esian walked 2 in the 7th, made it interesting. Taunton could not get the big hit. They only got 4 hits in the game. And Lynn sneaks out with a 5-4 win to move on to the 2024 Babe Ruth 15, 16-year-old state championship final on Saturday. And we wish them well wherever they're playing. 5-4 Lynn over Taunton. Congratulations for Taunton on an outstanding season. Their last game, they were 4 runs down. They came back, tied it, and won it. They almost made it 2 games in a row, but they came up 1 run short. So 5-4 Lynn over Taunton in this semifinal battle. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.